Well, coming from a perspective of someone that absolutely hated last, what, 16 years or however long it's been of Nick,
17.
whatever. I can't do math, that's why I don't teach it. Nick Saban kicking our head in every time I turn around and just dominating the sport top to bottom. I'm glad he's gone, but allow me to take off the Tennessee Vol fan hat for a second and let I mean, deep down, Coach Saban's a great guy. I know I talked a bunch of junk over the past however long we've been doing this podcast. I say a lot of things, but you can't not appreciate the impact that Nick Saban has had on college football. He's been a great ambassador for it. I know that we, disparage a lot of the things that he does. There's been a lot of accusations of things that he may or may not have done under the table. All that aside, I wish him well in retirement. I hope he enjoys it. That being said, I don't feel super optimistic about this DeBoer hire. Only because when you look at those coaches that always seem to take over for the legend, as it were, those coaches don't usually do very well. And there's usually a pretty limited window for how much patience fans of that particular team will have for that person. When you look at his record, and you got it up here on our thing. I mean, guys, 104-12 as a head coach. I mean, he wins. No one's going to take that away. He's 2-1 in 3 bowl games. He was 17-2 in the NAIA playoffs when he was at Sioux Falls. I mean, he's won everywhere he's gone. The only place he's had a losing season was 2020 at Fresno State when they went 3-3. The guys won football games. However, winning football games in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, the Mountain West Conference, and the Pac-12 Conference, I don't know if that style of football is going to translate well to the SEC. When you look at the job that Washington had going against Michigan, they didn't stack up real well. I felt like they got dominated on both sides of the ball on the line of scrimmage. I felt like the coaching was a little better from Jim Harbaugh and his staff. I don't know. Like I'm getting, and Jesse and Josh, you're gonna hate this, but I'm getting like flashbacks to Dennis Franchione and
Oh,
Mike
don't do Dennis.
Price, and
No, no.
and I know
Say Mike
Franchione was.
Shula.
I
Say
know that
Shula before the hill.
Franchione was only there for like 3 days before he had a sex
Yeah.
scandal, but this doesn't feel like a home run hire to me. This feels like settling, if you will. I feel like they went to Lane. Lane said, "I'm good in the SIP. I'm not leaving. I'm fine, thank you." Because I think Lane was probably smart enough to go, "I don't want to be the guy that takes over for Nick Saban. That is career death. No, thank you." Lanning obviously probably had a similar thought at Oregon, and I feel like that this guy's probably third, fourth, or fifth on that list. And I don't know. I don't know. It makes me the Tennessee fan of me is loving this because I'm hoping that we're getting a return to mediocre Alabama football. That's what I hope.
Well, you
Uh,
know what it's like to be in the midst of coaching hire debacles.
yes. I mean, this is what happened with Jeremy Pruitt. We went looking for people and looking for people and looking for people, and finally we settled on Jeremy Pruitt, who's probably one of the most destructive SEC coaches in the history of the conference. Not saying that DeBoer is going to be that bad, but
Yeah.
it's just I don't. If I was a Bama fan, I'd feel a lot of trepidation about the situation, and I would be very nervous.
You'd be a little Copernicus.
I would be very concerned, I guess.
Yeah.